my feet. I've got, I'm gonna use a pole for balance just so I don't fall on my face. Um, I'm gonna use a block. You don't have to really use those things. You can really use anything you want. I will be dancing in heels. So because I'm going to be dancing in heels, I want to make sure that my feet are really stretched out before I go. I mean, of course, my classes they're going to stretch you out before the class, but I want to do extra stretching. I'm going to time myself. I'm going to put my whatever you like Fitbit. It's an iWatch, whatever. I don't know what it is. But let's start. I'm gonna have it's a funky little bottle block. You can use any block. You could technically use the pole, but my pole's on spin. So I'm gonna start with my left foot, and I've got my hand on there. I feel that right away. So I'm gonna try to get my heel down. Let's hold for say a minute. Ugh. I want to face you so you can see. Let's go here. Yeah, and I think like the really like nice thing about this book, and you can do with any book, but I'm going to show you. We're going to go through different places around the hump of that block, and it's going to really change how I feel. Now, the straighter this knee gets, I'm going to put this because it's kind of slipping here, so it doesn't stop slipping. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to lift my heel up and I'm going to start to send a little more weight into there and I'm going to drop my heel down. Yeah, that just changes the whole dimension of the stretch. It's a lot more intense. That's getting into the deeper part of my calves. I'm just timing that. Right, and I've got the pole here, so I can even, just send a lot of weight and even send this foot down. I'm bouncing it. That really makes it intense. I mean, and that goes, because it's pushing right up against my sciatic nerve, right into my back. This stuff can be pretty intense. I don't know if you can see. There we got Nars Riella back there. She's rolling around for your entertainment. Okay, I'm gonna come out from there, and I'm gonna from here. I'm gonna just take this. Now I'm gonna just go into a little bit of a hamstring stretch, just because it's here. I'm gonna straighten this leg, send my hips back. I'm gonna arch my back a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I feel that a lot. Now let's hold this for a minute, and I'm just gonna go in and out of it. Just gonna go up and down a bit. And I'm trying to keep the back of that leg straight. I've got my abs really engaged just because I don't want this to go into my back. I mean, it's going to stretch my lower back. It is. Now, I'm going to internally rotate and just hold that internal rotation for a second. And I'm going to lean into it a little bit more. I'm going to try to hold the internal rotation for a bit. And I'm just twisting into it a little bit more. It's hot. I'm in Oakland. It gets sunny this time of the day. Sorry, I'm gonna die. I probably should have opened the window. It's just this that thing when I open the windows, I think it's loud. I live on a. There's just a lot of traffic. You hear all the cars. Okay, now I'm gonna go external rotation. I'm gonna also just step out a little bit, and I want to just get into that inner thigh a little. I'm just gonna rotate in and out a little bit. I also feel a little bit in my lower back. You will with this stretch. It feels really good. Okay, I'm gonna just point and flex a few times. Circle. Other way. Okay, I'm gonna come up from here. Okay, grab my drink. Okay, now toes. Heel down. Let me get my thing up. Okay, this side's tight. It's my right side. I feel that. Okay, toes are up. A little too much of my head chopped off now. Yeah, I feel that so deep in the calf. Yeah, I mean, the heels, if you're gonna do it, I mean, you gotta prep for it. You know, it's like not what you do, it's what you're gonna recover from. And what you're gonna recover from is also what you're prepared for. I work on my feet. I teach Pilates by day, so I'd be on my feet, I'd be displaying exercises. I can't be too messed up. So I gotta be prepared. Okay, I'm gonna take this up and I'm gonna start to send a little more weight into that leg. I'm gonna really straighten through the knee. Okay, from here. Yeah, my right hamstring is definitely tighter. Okay, let me send that back Now we're gonna flex. Ooh, feel that. Now your spine position will matter, right? So when I arch my back, that shifts the head of my leg bone, my femur bone, it shifts it back. So it's going to intensify. If I take that down, that's going to shorten the hamstring. So here it's going to intensify. Now I'm going to rotate in. Just going to do that here and then twist. And then one more position to get the inner front. Since I'm at the pole, well, let's do a figure four here. Let's do some more glute stretches. Stacked hip break. If you're tight, just stash it block until it's a little less of a stretch or less discomforting. So I'm just gonna go down. Yeah, I feel these. They always feel good to me. Hold down now. I'm gonna just go one side and just twist the other side. Now you can really deepen the stretch, go like the chest towards the thighs there, and then the other way. And then I'm gonna go forward one more time. Just lift my chest here. And other side. Okay, this side's definitely a little tighter, right? Like I said, you can always kind of stash a block, right? You can stash the block here, right? And yeah, that actually doesn't, I don't really think that, but I'm gonna just take a few kind of lifts and lowers with my chest. Breathing in. Oh, let's start to bring my hands forward. And I'm going to start to travel from one side, one foot through the middle, over to the other foot. Let's do one more each way. And then let's bring it to the middle, hold for a few seconds here. Let's come on to all fours. Well, let's do some calves. Hello. There's one of the cats, the other cat. And let's go into some hip circles. The other direction. And the other side. Other direction. And let's see. We'll just do a little hip stretch. I gotta start getting myself ready to get to my class. I'll be live a little bit later on my premium page, say 8:30. And at 8:30, be up from class. I hope you enjoyed this stretch. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. I'm trying to go live at least once a week, if not twice. And thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed.